Literally, it's boiling hot today. Welcome to the Pure Energy Healing Academy. Come a bit closer. Hello. Mind you, if you come closer, you won't be able to see what I have in my hands. Let's have a drink. I'm on day 66, I think. Let's say 67 of my parasite cleanse. And yeah, you can even hear it's wanting to come out. So it's incredible. Parasite cleanse isn't just for parasites, but it's actually cleaning the whole of your body system as well. Check that out, guys. Go over and to markbajerski.com and check out the intensive parasite cleanse. Woof. Amazing, and you feel brilliant. I can't explain the difference in my body temple and how I'm feeling, both mind, body, and spirit. But honestly, it's another level of health. So, what am I showing you today? I don't know if any of you guys got to see the interview. Well, chats. I don't do interviews because you know I'm rubbish at interviewing. I always interrupt, but. I had a chat, me and Ajan just having a chat about life really, and it's about 4 or 5 videos before this. I asked him, honestly, I said, look, I've got a box of something, come and tell me what you really think. And I appreciate every understanding of life and how a life is, and I never get upset about anything, you know, especially I've had so many things in life that I've done, and people say, oh, that was unlucky. No, it's just part of the journey. But for me, when we talked about the Moldavites, Ajan was talking about how to use the Moldavites correctly. And I think that's so important when you're doing something like that. For me, I've been at me and Ajan worked together for many years. And I've sat in meditation with Ajan. Ajan sat in meditation with me. Ajan learned pure energy healing. I learned a lot from Ajan in so many ways. So we helped each other grow. But most importantly, we have a trust between each other, an honesty. And I like that because it's very rare in people. Most people are hiding something. And that's why I did the video. I didn't say anything to him before. I'm not interested whether, oh, don't say that. You know, you say exactly what's right. So then everybody knows and it's all open. And I did say to him, Ajan, I appreciate what you're saying and I totally get it. For me, I'm not a massive... I like mantra and I like the 108, which these are all 108, all of them. On each one of my new ones, there are 108. The older ones, not so much. They were just malas. In fact, they were just malas when people were saying to me, oh, they're not 108. No, the Moldavites, they're rad. I can't even say the word radrushka. I don't even know how to say it, but the version of 108 wasn't important to me when I was making them originally, because they were asking me, how do you want them? And I said, just so they fit around the neck. Do you want the 108? I said, no, I like the bead. There's something about this natural seed that has an impact on the physical, the mental, and crystals. It's almost like they love each other. They work hand in hand. There's the parasite again, cleanse. So, yeah, I've done years of working alongside Ajan and doing the mantras and the 108, and it's beautiful, beautiful. But for me, in the morning, I do my normal meditation, which might be between 10 and 20 minutes, 25. It depends on how deep I go. And then most of my work through the day is on a meditation level when I'm putting energy healing into my crystals. So oils or incense, whatever I'm doing, I'm normally in deep meditation anyway. I'm in a state of vibration that is open to the energy around us that's always healing us. So my intention goes into a single crystal or 10 crystals at once. Now, it used to be single, but now it's like, oh, it depends what crystal. If I feel one needs a little bit more, I'll work on the energy of that one crystal, but predominantly I'll work now between 5 and 10 crystals at a time, which obviously is easier for me, but it's fantastic. It works really well. The same with these beads. Before I take the beads down to the office, I'll work on these beads for maybe 5 or 6 hours, something like that, on each set of beads. So why did I have these beads made with the knot in between when it's as simple to have no knot? It's 5 times, 10 times cheaper because nobody in ballet is going to have to tie each one individually 108 times. They just basically put them through and then tie them, and that's it. Well, I like them like this. And the reason why I tried to explain to Jan, and I think he understood, was that the beads, when you get them just all put together, they start to separate. You must have seen that, right? You must have, you know, they start to separate. I have no idea why, but it might be the string or over time. Whereas this stays like this forever. So you can work with it like he says, get it in your hand and like this. And once you get used to it, to me, it's the same. However, Ajahn said, if all the beads are touching, then they're a greater power. Well, in my opinion, the power is in the crystal. And it's like you saying to me, will my crystal work if it's got glue and it's glued into the silver? Well, of course, because it's got power. It doesn't matter if there's a piece of string tying in between a knot, it will still have that same energy around it, in my humble opinion. And I feel that, but I do totally grasp the ancient wisdom and how it should be. I get it. But my clients actually asked, would it be possible if you could not? And I said, yeah, I've seen them before, and a couple of my friends wear them who also avid into this kind of 108 mala repetition. And they said, oh yeah, we use them like this all the time. So it's a personal choice at the end of the day. Why did I do this? I did it because of my clients. My clients asked for them to be knotted because they do last a lot longer. And actually, they're beautiful. So I said to my beautiful mala bead workers in Bali, I said, would you do me a favor? Would you send me some prototypes? And I explained exactly how I wanted them and the colors that I wanted on some beautiful fabric, which is like, feels gorgeous. It's like a silky fabric. It's lovely, feels lovely. And I'd like it all matching. And I'd like 108 this time because my others didn't have 108. They were just to wear for the beads. So that's what I did. So yes, they cost a lot more, but they're quality. They're quality beads, they're quality workmanship, done by beautiful Balinese family. There's one particular village that I have them done in, just like there's one particular village that I have all my dream catchers made, and there's one particular, actually two now particular villages in Bali that make my jewellery. So I've now got like 4 villages working on these and on my necklace pendants and on my dream catchers, which my next load of dream catchers should be ready in about a month. So, you know, it's a win-win situation for me because I keep the Balinese beautiful families in food and in work. And when you make a purchase from Bajerski.com, you feed them as well. So it's not slave labor. They get paid extremely well. And they're always happy. I could show you some of the emails, but it's on my phone, some of the messages on my phone. They are so grateful over these 2 years of the spamdemic, plandemic, that we've kept all of those families in food and happiness and joy. So I'm overjoyed. So yeah, all of these, whether they're, I had about 5 or 6 or 7 different designs made, from the small ones, which can go around here, even smaller than this. But they're all 108. So the smaller beads, right up to the and right up to the big beads. So you see, this is slightly smaller. Another one. Beautiful colours, beautiful. And I absolutely love them. So what is it about mala beads, Mark? Let's talk about mala beads. Well, I guess coming from Mother Earth, all the seeds that she creates, whether it be apricot kernels or apple seeds, all seeds have some kind of energetic energy or healing properties or medication for the body. What I noticed when I used to wear these, and I got gifted these often when I was doing free sessions. For the first 3 years, I gave healing sessions to anybody. So my door was open. If you had cancer, you could come in and I would give healing sessions to people with cancer. And a lot of people brought gifts. It was crystals, it might have been a plant, it might have been mala beads, it might have been a deck of cards or something spiritual or something beautiful, a heart, or some of these wonderful things on the walls. So there was one man in particular, and I've talked to you about him before, who knew Paramanansa Yoginanda. And when he was very young, he was introduced to him by his father. And he had his own kibbutz in India. And he came over for a healing session because he had testicular cancer, which a lot of men back then was having a lot of issues with testicular cancer. No idea why really, but well, we do know the emotional trauma why, but it was rife. It was rife. So after the healing session, he took off his neck some mala beads and he said to me, this is my gift to you. And they were gorgeous, and they were the start of me understanding the power of mala. So we sat and we had a coffee in the village, and he spoke to me about mala beads for about 2 hours, explaining the ancient knowledge, but more so the intensity of mala beads and how they worked alongside me. And he said that these would be perfect for my healing. And he said, and if you work with crystals, because at that particular time, was I working with crystals? I was just beginning. He mentioned the fact that there was a frequency that the mala and the crystal would vibrate at, and it was intense, and it was spoken about in ancient knowledge and books. And I went, oh, okay, really interesting. I didn't really understand until I wore them. And I started recognizing that prior to wearing it, I was feeling okay. But as soon as I put them on, something happened on an energetic level that my work became easier. I felt more at ease with everything. I felt stronger. And most of all, I felt more in tune with myself. And I was finding myself being dragged. I dragged myself, even though sometimes I didn't want to, into nature. So it's almost like nature is around me and nature is encouraging me to be more intuitive towards Mother Earth. So it's pulling me towards Mother Earth. And I found this is an interesting thing. Might not be interesting to you because you're not a healer, but healers who truly do the work and understand the work, there are different forms of energetic energy that can come through at any given moment. That could be from your heart that you create. It could be from Mother Earth, that's pulled up from Mother Earth, that if you're not in concrete, you can pull it up, and from the universe, and so on. Spirit world can come forward. There's lots of different ways you can get this universal energy. I found that wearing these, that there was more often or not from my toes upwards was an energy that was coming through, and I was thinking, oh my God, I'm pulling through Mother Nature's energy and healing. So there is something in that as well. I could actually write about this, even though I didn't speak too much about mala, because I wanted to. A lot of people were really awful to me when I did an interview with Dom, saying I interrupted him all the time. And there were some pretty harsh messages. There were some pretty cutting messages, some pretty almost demonic messages of anger towards me that I interrupted Dom. And I was just having a chat with him. It wasn't an interview. We were just having a chat like buddies do. So that was pretty cutting. And I thought, okay, be aware of that. Listen to people who, because they might be showing a mirror image, remember, of me showing me my mirror. So I shut up and never said too much about Mala. I wanted to get as much info from Mala, and I think we did. And I think I did a good job, or maybe not so good, but I felt that I kept my gob shut most of the time to allow a fraction of Ajahn's understanding on Mala and his wisdom. So when I create crystals in settings, when I create oils, when I create incense, when I create teas, when I create Mala beads, they're done in a way that I listen to my clients, I look at what's going on, I see the energy and what maybe could be changed slightly, and what feels comfortable and what works for me, and then I put that all together with integrity and say, let's try something new. Everything that you see that I sell and everything that you've worked on, that you've bought from me or been gifted, is all my interpretation of what I've learned over the 20 years. And I've created something from so many things that I have isolated it down to something very simple that worked for me as a healer. Not for fancy, not for gimmicky, but this worked for me. So the Mala beads work for me. How do they work? Well, they work on an energetic level, and no knot in between a Mala bead, in my opinion, causes any weakness to the power of Mala. But that's my understanding and interpretation. So everybody has their own. And I love them the way they are, and I feel the energy when I wear them. I feel the energy without crystals, with crystals, and with one crystal or with 20 crystals on. I mean, I've just been wearing some now with like 6 crystals on my neck just to do some meditation on some, I'm not even going to say the name, Kakatokite. Oh my God! I've just made a video on that. I can never say that name. But I worked with them for about 2 hours today with Mala beads on and these in my hand and putting basically love energy into them. And that was lovely. And it made me feel great. And I could feel the essence of the Mala working alongside the essence of pure energy of Mother Earth coming into it, and of the universe, feeling that energy in my hands and thinking, wow, these are pretty awesome. And the work that's been done. And when you get up, you can quite clearly see, not only in the crystals, the energy that you've just put into them, but you can feel the room. And you can walk out of that room, come back in and think, whoa, that was some good energy being put into the crystals. That's why when people walk into this place, they start crying. And I'm not kidding you. If anybody will tell you they walk into this place and they walk out crying. Why? Because they don't want to leave. And when they come in here, they've never felt anything like it before. Ask Layla Satie. The first time she came to learn pure energy healing, she walked through that door and she stopped because it was so overwhelming and she burst into tears. And I let her cry because this is the healing power of good energy. And that's what I work with. I only work with good energy and love. That's why my crystal website is so popular around the world, and it grows every year. And we have between 80 and 90% returning clients. If that doesn't tell you something, then I don't know what else to say. But suffice to say, these Mala beads, in my opinion, I just wear them and think they are phenomenal. And they are a one-off, they're unusual, they're made with love, and they're put within them a great energy that I have put into each individual one. So I hope you love them, and I hope you treasure them, and I hope you keep them for many years, unless you know that you need to give it to somebody as a gift. And I believe with my hand on my heart that I do the best job I can do, and that's as much as I can do. Link below if you'd like to make a purchase of one of these beads before they run out, because I didn't get many done, but I hope you enjoy them. Really hope you enjoy them. Have a great day, guys. Thank you so much for going to markbajerski.com. Take care, guys. Have a lovely day.